Alright guys, welcome to Ontario, Canada. This video is going to be a little bit different from a lot of them that you've seen. We're going to see a lot of the same equipment, but maybe in a little bit different light. We traveled up here to Salford, their headquarters in Ontario, Canada. We just got to our hotel, the Hard Rock Hotel here in London. It's here in the afternoon. We're gonna go tour the factory. Tomorrow we're gonna see how the machines get built. We're gonna meet the people who build them. And this is a trip that I've been waiting for a long time. I've talked to a lot of these people on the phone. I've dealt with them for a decade, but now I finally get to make the trip up north, just on the other side of Lake Erie, really. It's not very far away from our home shop, about 5 hours. We're gonna check into the hotel here, and I'm very excited to go out to eat with some of these gentlemen and ladies that we have dealt with that make everything work. You know, you guys see these tools running through the field, everything's fit, everything looks great, but there's so much that makes that actually happen. The engineers, accounts receivable, accounts payable, and everyone in between. We're gonna go visit all of that. We're gonna see the manufacturing process, and I'm gonna bring you guys along. So I'm gonna head into the hotel, get checked in, and follow along for another great video. All right, guys, we're here at the Norwich facility. I've got Anson Boak here with me, and he's gonna walk us through what all they do here. But Anson, why don't you give us a quick overview of what types of products are made and what's tackled here at the Norwich facility?
Yeah, so we're here at the Norwich facility. That's mostly our air boom application products and granular application products are made here. We're just right about halfway between Detroit and Toronto, and yeah, here we're building our largest air boom applicators, 90-foot booms, 600 cubic foot capacity, on down to the 40 cubic foot 56 series machines for cover crop seeding and small granular applications. So runs the whole gambit of our granular application tools here at the Norwich facility.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in there. I'm excited to dive in. They're doing some laser cutting of 304 stainless. They're doing a lot of welding, a lot of cleanup, a lot of assembly, and they're even in there testing and certifying an air boom. So let's go ahead, jump in there, and dive into the Norwich facility. Down in Georgia on the BBIs, though, they're doing a lot of that with acid, right?
I do believe,
yeah. We just got a load of those in, and man, are they squeaky clean. Like, everything about them. Like, I didn't even want to set them outside. They look so good, like, so shiny. Great. We're up here in the Norwich facility here at Salford. And in this facility, there's a lot of different things being made, but a lot of the air boom stuff gets done here. You've seen the chassis mounts, the full type 8708s, that type of stuff. A lot of that is manufactured here. You can see a lot of booms that are finished up right here behind me. So everything from the laser cutting of the plates to the welding, to the cleaning of the welds, all of that happens right here. The boxes are made here, they're assembled, the ISO rate controllers are put on them, all of that. So we're gonna do some walking around, show you guys what's being done here at this Norwich facility. We'll end up looking at some 56 series or some of the 246 full type models. So a lot going on here, but Anson's gonna take us around. Let's go check it out. So here are some familiar things. This is actually the frame of a 56 series. So the plastic hopper goes right here. Here's another one. Here's the frame. The meter would sit right here. This is something that we're really familiar with. So this will get painted black, I know that. And then looky here. There's a whole crate full of weights. These will get painted red. Salford 100 pounds. Everyone has seen a lot of those laying around, so pretty cool stuff. There's some light brackets getting ready to be painted. Some Valmar ground drive arms ready to be powder coated. So really, really cool stuff here, waiting in line, ready to get painted. Anson, there's a lot going on here. This is a cool place, and walk us through what all kinds of cool stuff you guys are doing here.
Yeah, so the Norwich facility is all about air boom application and granular product application. So we're set up to build and test the quality of each of the products that come through here. Behind us is the AB640. This is the largest air boom applicator we make, with a 90-foot boom and 600 cubic foot capacity on this machine. So we go from the very large here to the very small, down to the cover crop seeders, 56 series, and the 246 pole type applicators as well. The paint line is just over behind us, and we're able to do all of the air boom applicators for John Deere, Case, Agco, as well as the pole type machines that are branded Salford as well.
Awesome. A lot goes into the organization, the cleanliness, the quality control, and it's really neat to see that. In a little bit, we'll go over to where they're actually testing some of these air boom machines, doing boom certification tests and running hydraulics through them. So they're doing that to make sure when they get to you, everything's ready to roll. So let's go check out some more stuff and keep moving. So here we have came over to an assembly region. You can see obviously everything is powder coated. They're putting the fan, the oil reservoir, all of that type of stuff on a lot of this equipment. Here's a chassis right here, and we're basically getting ready to build everything to have it ready to go for final production. Here are some Valmar 246s. This is the pole type 60-foot boom that does a lot of seating. We've seen a lot of those within our dealership. These are waiting on axles, so they're pretty much all built, just ready for axles and tires to go underneath them, and then they can be shipped out the door. There's an SS400 hiding there in the back, but it's really cool to see this stuff go from weld to powder coat to assembly and then out the door, and then it shows up at our dealership. So a lot of cool stuff going on here, and we'll head over to where they're doing a boom certification as well. All right, so behind me, they are doing a boom calibration on this AB200. This is an 80-foot boom, and they're catching every row to test the row-by-row accuracy on this thing. They're getting it hooked up to a rate controller, testing the hydraulics, and there's a lot going on with what they're testing.
So on this tour of the Salford factory, there were a lot of things that we found that were very interesting. We met up with a lot of the plant managers, a lot of the guys who plan the shop, but here first we ran into this cobot welder. It's called a cobot welder because there is someone there who helps it. It's not a full robot. There is someone there who helps this thing run. Now, it's currently welding up some fixtures for a rolling basket frame. If you look at a 2200, how the rolling basket attaches to the main frame of the unit, that is what it's welding up, the cobot there. He's got someone helping him put those pieces in line and moving them, and then it's done. Now at Salford, they machine a lot of their pins, a lot of different hardware, and so here they were showing us the CNC production of some of those pins that hold like the tongue to the frame. Now that's the front part of the shop. Now we head on back to the back of the shop where they actually do the full line production and assembly of the main tools. Now, if you look in here, this place is very, very well organized. Now, on our way back there, we did run into the Salford founder, Jake Rosendahl, and that is him there in the black hat talking. He's showing us different prints. We took pictures with him, and Jake is full of ideas even yet still today, but he is the founder of Salford. He started by bolting 2-row plows together to get 4-row plows, and you can imagine the types of things that Jake has seen in his day and the advancements that Salford has made. We did run into, this is Mark Avrink. He's showing us some pieces to fix that Salford row crop cultivator. Actually, those are the cylinder parts that they ran down to us to fix. Basically, we're having a meeting here about some overall projects that they're working on and how well they pay attention to quality. There were some quality issues that we found on some welds, and they walked us through what they're doing to fix it. Here we're touring their parts bins. You can see those parts are stacked nearly 20 feet high in the air, and people are going through pulling codes to get different parts shipped out in a timely fashion. Again, all of this is done right here. Now what's cool about this right here is that is an ST10 that is being shipped to our store here. We saw that thing being built as we were up there. It's one of ours that we have sold. And this is the main production and assembly line. Everything's painted at this point, it's welded. Now they're putting these tools together on these stands, whether it's a 5200 or 2200. This is kind of where everything gets final pieced together. The hydraulic hoses get ran, the tires get put on, and then from here you can see the cranes up top. They will get them folded up and they'll get them loaded onto the trucks and headed out to whatever dealership it's going. So this is the assembly final production. Now a lot of you guys have seen these Fastenal vending machines. Those were pretty neat. They had them everywhere throughout the Salford factory, and they really talked up the efficiency that they bring, where employees can just go up to those vending machines, type in their code, and whether they need paint or gloves or whatever, it's in those vending machines. So that's our factory tour, and stay tuned to the rest of this video to enjoy some more details and footage of what we found up at Salford.
Yep. Pick up weldments, go to the end, get blasted, painted, baked, then come down here, cool down, and they get unloaded. And then there's a double line there, the trolley's all back in return, there's the return trolley. Out back, so just nice and slick, they just unload. You see there's a spur lines there, parts of it, they'll take them right off. And so what you see here is every time we do a jig change out, the model change out, we do a fit up before painting. Check all the pins fit up. So whether it's switching from like a 24 foot to a 29 foot I-series or whatever, whenever there's and you've seen when you, or run them in batches, we're not going to run one at a time, we're running a batch. So whenever we change the jigs out, the first off goes down here, that's what it's doing here, the first off gets all fit up. So they'll take it down here and check all the pins, make sure everything is square and good before it gets painted, so that every time we do a jig change out, everything's squared up, it's all fit back together, so that when you guys get it, everything just goes together. We don't want you guys hammering and die-grinding on your end. That's not the customer's job. That's our job.
Well, we don't know too much of
So that's what this here is. This is a whole machine. You see a whole machine put out here? They're going to fit it up to make sure everything's good. Now we don't do that to every single machine.
once you do it to
The first off of every jig change out, it's done. And that's what. Now the other problem we got from The ones over there would be different what's in there than here.
Yeah, these are nice. At least not border all this stuff. So now I don't have to do anything.
So we're up here at Salford HQ, and you followed us along as we went over to the Norwich plant. We were at the Hard Rock Cafe, hotel, I should say, last night. But today, I'm with the VP, Kevin Hallahan. How are you today?
Great, Adam. Yeah, thanks.
Awesome. Well, we're super thrilled to be hosted up here at the Salford headquarters. And why don't you walk me through kind of the building behind us? We saw in the back how this started as just a little teeny tiny machine shop. Now it's a place that you can bring people to now, and kind of a stop on the map, or a dot on the map per se. That is Salford.
Yeah, well, so we're really happy to welcome Fennig Equipment here today to Salford, Ontario, where the Salford Group is headquartered. So so this is kind of the main building where we produce most of our tillage equipment. So this site has been here for 40 plus years. Started as a dealership, Salford Farm Machinery, and since has grown as we started to produce product, and now is kind of the products that you see out there. VRT, the Halo, our tillage equipment, and so the building here was under construction for a little while, so we cut the ribbon on it last October, and we moved in, and we've been here for the winter. So happy to now bring up customers such as Fennig Equipment and show them around for the day. So we appreciate you coming, and it's been a fantastic day.
Well, it's been a lot of fun being here. We got to see some of the coolest stuff. I've put together independent series. I've worked on Valmars, but to see them in the back being welded on, powder coated, I saw those big heavy cast weights being prepped for paint. It's so cool to meet the people that I've talked to who have bailed me out of so many tight spots I've been in, whether it's Peter or Simon or everyone in customer support. It's who really makes this machine run, and at the end of the day, it makes our machine at Fennig Equipment run too. So it was great. I told Tara that I'm shocked that this is my first time ever coming up here.
But not the last.
It will not be the last. So appreciate you guys coming along with the tour. You're going to see some really cool stuff here coming up on the Home and Away tour. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, Adam.